Hey everybody, Arthur here for another unboxing video. Today we got Here's the Storm, Arthus. He is the Lich King. It says it's right there. And this is another one of those spring clearance sales I picked up off of Blizzard.com because it was dirt cheap. So let's go ahead and take a look at the package here. Comes in a bubble. It does have a little image there. This is licensed Blizzard product. Figure in his little bubble, and at the top says Here's the Storm. Nothing inside, it's just clear. And then we get on the back. It says Here's the Storm. The Lich King Arthus. I always like the intro to Star Wars. Be like, go like this way. No, I'm joking. Alright, and then you got the picture of Arthus on the back. The sword. The rest of the figures of the wave. So let's go ahead and get this bad boy out of the package. See if this is going to work the way I want it to. Of course not. Nothing ever wants to work the way it's supposed to. Of course, everything, when you get him out, he is in twist ties. So, got some trusty nail clippers to cut these off. And this one, thankfully, only has 2. Stitches had so many more. It does smell like plastic and chemicals. Mike the Hunter would love to huff that one up. So... But before we get into the figure itself, let's go ahead and look closely at his sword. And the sword, start from hilt to blade. It's sculpted amazing. Look at that. Even the eyes on the sword have like a little glow to them. Those little skulls are sculpted. Just looks amazing. Like, look at the detail in the pommel. Little skulls on it. And this does come apart. Good old Neca. I mean, it allows you to put it in the hand without scratching up the paint on this, because this thing is painted pretty amazing. Like, look at that blade. It's dry brush with some silver, making it look like a rough sword with that gold in the center. Yeah, the sword is awesome. But let's go ahead and take a closer look at Arthus. Now, this figure, like Neca always does, is put amazing detail into their work. So let's go ahead and you can see his pupils inside there. Like, the other side's sort of harder to see, but because of the lighting in the... But the other eye is pretty much the same way. Got his face sculpted underneath this. Basically, this, I wish this would come off, but this is a separate piece that was attached. Hair sort of pliable. Got the skull right there on the crown helmet, whatever you want to call it. Plus, look at those pauldrons. Sculpt work is amazing. I got some extra plastic, it looks like, up top. Don't know what that's from. See if I can peel it off. Yeah, it was like a string of some sort. Peeled it off. Just added to the battle damage on the pauldron. But yeah, individual little gold rivets painted. Like, the texturing on this figure is pretty awesome. I mean, look at that chainmail. It is sweet. Like, there's nothing like, even the spikes are on here. They're a little pliable themselves, so they're not stabbing people's faces. But I mean, that skull on there, like, they're doing a hell of a job. Like, the texturing, the sculpting, everything on this figure is amazing. And he is posable. His hand can bend. You can look at his little tops of his gloves. It's even got the buckles. A little fur coming around. This pauldron, same texturing and rivets, but this one just has a bunch of spikes coming across it. Same pauldron. This one's open hand. And he does have like a lot of movement. Like, he has a swivel there. And he has it up top. He has like swivel up top, swivel down there. Belt, skull, looks awesome. Same type of texture. Looking really cool. Real fabric coming out of his crotch. It's sort of weird because it like keeps wanting to pull to one side. But I'm going to try to tuck it in between so you can see this. Like, look at this. That looks so badass. And I love how a lot of these skulls on each piece of armor is very, they have different styles to them. The only time that they're like replicated is when they're on the, the opposite piece. Looks like I did get some blue overspray right there. Don't know how it got on there. One of those things. It happens. But it's Arthus. I mean, if you know Lich King, he's in that cold area, so it could be ice. Fur looks pretty awesome. Tips of the boots look great. Metal-toed boots. And throughout, like, the chainmail, the strappings are all sculpted. Like, it's so awesome. And then let's go ahead and look at them from behind. Looking awesome. Has that draping cape. Oops. Just wanted to lean forward, but the cape on the bottom is tattered and torn. Like, it's seen some days. But even lifting up the cape, see the strapping still continues around. They didn't get lazy. It's weird though that he doesn't have any armor covering his butt though. Because I would think that it wouldn't just be like a belt, but who knows. And I love how, like, where the knee bends, this could be technically like the strapping of the shin or the knee guard. Then look at the detail they did on this part. This is probably overlooked by a lot of people, but the belt, where the belt wraps around, they sculpted that. Instead of just leaving it smooth all the way around, they actually have it where if it was a full belt, it actually wraps around and closes there, which is awesome. But let's go ahead and stand. He's wobbly. He's a wobbly guy. Nah, I mean, it's, excuse me. He's wobbly because I didn't really put any effort into post. No, he's straight out of the package, stiff as a board. So let's go ahead and put this sword into his hands. If it'll go in there without getting messed up. See, that I'm not too sure. Yeah, that's really, really tight to try to get it in there. Give me a second here. I have a little technical difficulty. After some struggling, I got the sword through because the bottom was a little bit smaller than the top, had extra plastic, so I had to work at it to get it in there. But the sword fits really nice, tight in the hands. Looks amazing. You know. And I forgot to mention too, I mean, his head is rotatable, limited to, you can look up, you can look down, you know, his hair sort of blocks it. But what's nice, these pauldrons are like floating, as you can see. So they're not actually, they're attached in the back, so they don't prevent the arm from going up and stuff like that. Really, really cool stuff. And just a really awesome looking figure. I mean, to have the Lich King looking as awesome as this. Plus, you can even see a size comparison to him next to Stitches. I'm gonna have to zoom out for that. But yeah, so Stitches is a massive, massive figure. Let's get him out of there. But yeah, guys, I mean, this is my review of Arthus, the Lich King from Here's the Storm from World of Warcraft. You know, if anybody has ever played those games. If not, I mean, if you just want a really badass looking knight, I mean, Blizzard Spring Clearance Sale is only like $5.50. What more would you want for that price? I mean, it's crazy. But I do thank you guys for taking the time to watch this. It means a lot to me. If you like what you saw, add a like, subscribe if you want to watch more. But of course, as always, most importantly, you know, good luck hunting, continue collecting, and you guys have a great rest of your day.